In 1986, Rwandan educated women joined their hands and founded the Réseau des femmes œuvrant pour le développement rural.
La mission du Réseau des femmes est celle de renforcer les capacités et le pouvoir des femmes en milieu rural pour qu'elles soient entièrement impliquées dans la transformation de leur vie et deviennent actrices du changement positif pour un développement durable.
Education on sexual and reproductive health and rights, gender equality, and the fight against gender-based violence are among the key areas of interventions for the organization. Within this framework, from December 2022, Réseau des Femmes, in partnership with l'AMI, under the funding of Global Affairs Canada, is implementing a 5-year project on sexual and reproductive health and rights, SDSR projects.
The project works in 15 sectors of Gasabo district, state of Kigali, with the aim of increasing the use of equitable access to health services by different groups of right holders, young women, adolescents, and children. Education on sexual and reproductive health and rights is done within the community. Free information is also available through the hotline 8011. Very soon, different services like screening and treatment of HIV and other sexually transmitted infection, psychotherapy, counseling, family planning and care for pregnant women, advocacy on gender-based violence cases and counseling of GBV victims will be available at Karame Specialized Clinic to be open here at the headquarters of Réseau des Femmes. We have already received the provisional accreditation from the Ministry of Health. We are working to fulfill the requirement needed to have the final accreditation and then after to officially offer the said services. Advocacy for the revision of the obstacles that are in law governing sexual and reproductive health in Rwanda. Advocacy with public institutions, civil society organizations, faith-based organization was done, and recently the advocacy meeting with Social Commission of Parliament Chamber of Deputies was also realized.
The project was officially launched on 3rd November 2023 in an event which brought together different institutions, including those in health sector, justice, local authorities, civil society organizations, security organs, to name a few.
Canada has made a commitment with regards to global health, as well as with regards to sexual and reproductive health and rights. And as part of that global commitment, we've decided to support this project. So far, the project has already put in place several activities and initiatives that are proving to be quite helpful, I believe, such as the hotline that's been receiving calls from adolescents in needs of information and advice. And I think that overall, it will help also increase the awareness around the issue in the communities. Those educators that were even represented here at the launch seems to have an excellent capacity to reach out both to the parents and to the adolescent, as well as other key actors that are involved in the provision of services with regards to sexual health and rights.
Peer educators are the key pillar in SDSR project. Each sector has one who tries to break barriers built by the society around sexual and reproductive health topics by providing this information to the community in general and youth in particular, and urge parents to talk about it with their children since it is no longer a taboo. During 1 year of their activities, peer educators have reached more than 40,000 people and distributed more than 28,000 condoms for prevention of sexually transmitted infections and HIV and teenage pregnancies. There are parents who find time to teach their children, but there are also other parents who do not find time to educate their children. We are lucky to have this project to educate us.
Too often, we don't have lots of information. Sometimes I can seduce a girl by lying to her that if we have sex, the facial pimples will heal, or because we don't have enough information.
Numvaga ko iyi virusi itera sida.
I used to think that HIV and AIDS is no longer a serious problem here in Rwanda, but through these peer educators, I realized that it still exists at the highest rate. So I decided to protect myself and my colleagues too.
Sexual and reproductive health information and fighting gender-based violence are also provided through community gatherings and family evening forum facilitated by Réseau des Femmes staff. The hotline 8011 is indeed a tool for providing that information across the country. From January 2023 to January 2024, more than 6,000 people have called the line and successfully got information and orientation to other government institutions. Female sex workers, being one of the most vulnerable groups, are also benefiting from the Project SDSR-Rwanda. In partnership with the City of Kigali and Local Administrative Entities Development Agency, more than 400 female sex workers from 7 sectors of Gasabo District have consistently been receiving training on behavior change, family planning, prevention of STIs and HIV, and combating GBV. Within the framework of the Project SDSR-Rwanda, different partners paid a visit to Réseau des Femmes to testify the progress of the project. The partnership of Réseau des Femmes and the Government of Canada is not limited to only SDSR projects, but also to other projects including PCV, Programme de coopération volontaire, implemented in partnership with CECI, Centre d'études et de coopération internationale. The project provides volunteers with different expertise for capacity building of the staff and members of Réseau des Femmes and empowers economically vulnerable teen mothers. The growth of economic opportunities for women is another project supported by Canadian partner IDRC, the International Development Research Centre. The project contributed to reduction of unpaid care works by providing water tanks to 500 families.
Le Réseau des Femmes porte ses remerciements aux bailleurs qui ont contribué à la réalisation de sa mission et vision dès sa création jusqu'à aujourd'hui.